As Older People's Commissioner for Wales, I'm working for Wales where older people are valued, rights are upheld, and no one is left behind. In the year ahead, I'm going to continue to focus on my 4 priorities: protecting and promoting older people's rights, ending ageism and age discrimination, stopping the abuse of older people, and enabling everyone to age well. Taking forward my priority on rights, I'm focusing in particular on how we can strengthen the rights of older people living in care homes, and also make sure that if you're not online, you're not excluded from the world around us. As so much more moves to a digital world, I'm going to be working to uphold the rights of people who are not online and encouraging people to do more to help people to get online. I'm also going to be taking further work forward, working with older people from Black, Asian and minority ethnic communities, building on research we've been undertaking this year. Ageism is the root cause of so many of the problems and challenges that can affect us as we get older. And this year in particular, I'm going to look at the links between ageism and abuse. I'm also going to be continuing to scrutinise the work of public bodies, both in the making of policy and the enacting of decisions, to make sure that age discrimination plays no part in that. Turning towards stopping the abuse of older people. Working with members of my Stopping Abuse Action Group, we've made good progress in recent years, and we now have a draft National Action Plan from Welsh Government to prevent the abuse of older people. And in the work of the Welsh Government to take forward the strategy to prevent the violence against women, domestic abuse and sexual violence, we're now going to make sure that they do all they can to include older people in that work through the specific group they've set up to address older people's issues. I'll also continue to work with that action group to make sure that there's growing awareness of the risks of abuse of older people and how we can counter that, including looking at the issue of financial abuse. It's really important that as we age, we are enabled to do the things that matter to us, to get out and about, to contribute to our local communities. And that's why I'm going to continue to encourage local authorities working with older people and other partners to develop as age-friendly communities, building on the great work already underway, which has led to a number of local authorities now being members of the World Health Organization global network of age-friendly communities and cities. I'll also be taking further action to do all I can as Commissioner to ensure that older people get the financial entitlements to which they're legally entitled, but sometimes don't know about or aren't sure how to go about claiming them. Because financial security is so important to all of us, particularly when there's a cost of living crisis. So my 4 priorities: protecting and promoting older people's rights, stopping the abuse of older people, ending ageism and age discrimination, and enabling everyone to age well, are going to remain at the heart of my work through this year. And that's, of course, going to be done in tandem with going out and about and meeting older people and listening to them, and listening to the issues and concerns and the ideas and opportunities that there are. And me and my team will continue to make that commitment to come and visit older people across Wales, to listen, to reflect, and to make sure that when I'm meeting with decision makers and others, I've got the voices of older people with me. And one of the key areas for me over this next year is also to make sure that the voices of older people, their experiences during the pandemic, are reflected in the information and evidence that I provide to the COVID-19 public inquiry. So that will also be part of my personal commitment during this year. There's a lot to do in what is, as we know, a challenging time, but I'm well supported by a fantastic team, and I'm particularly well supported by all the older people that I work with, that contact me, that question me and that challenge me. And I know that together we can work for a Wales where older people are valued and rights are upheld and no one is left behind.